Hello, and welcome to this sleeper activity, an opportunity for you, or for you and your partner, to understand your sleep better. My name is Rocky Garrison, and I am a licensed psychologist and certified in behavioral sleep medicine by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine. I specialize in treating insomnia. In this activity, you are invited to individually create your own sleep timeline. If you are doing this activity with a partner, you will then interview one another regarding your timelines. If you're doing this independently, you will answer a series of questions to complete your timeline. This activity was originally in an article I wrote with Daniel Eckstein. It also appears in his book, The Couple's Matchbook: Lighting, Rekindling, or Extinguishing the Flame. The sleep timeline is an important part of the sleep history, which is identified as a standard of care for the evaluation of chronic insomnia by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine. In other words, the sleep history is a generally accepted patient care strategy that is supported by a high degree of clinical certainty and extensive empirical research. Begin this activity by taking out a piece of unlined paper, turning it sideways, and drawing a horizontal line across the center of the page. This line represents the 50% level of overall satisfaction with your sleep. The higher you mark above the line, the more satisfied you are with your sleep. And the lower you mark below this line, the less satisfied you are with your sleep. The left end of the line is your birth, and today is the right end of your line. Now graph the highs and lows of your sleep quality at various times of your life. You can draw a symbol or write one or two words to identify significant turning points or psychological stepping stones in your life. The most common turning points are related to school and work, relationships, and finances, but you may be able to identify others that are significant for you. You may or may not find that these significant life events coincide with changes in your sleep quality. If you are doing this activity with a partner, this is where you begin interviewing one another. If you are doing this activity independently, you may want to write down your answers to these areas of inquiry. First, you want to inquire about turning points in the quality of sleep. You know, those points on the line where it turns downward or upward. What was going on in the rest of the person's life around the time of these sleep quality turning points? Sometimes this will be obvious, like, I started working night shift, or I lost my job. Other turning points will be spontaneous with no clear causative event. For these spontaneous turning points, simply inquire about what else was happening around that time in their life. Next, mark the decades of your life on the timeline, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, etc., and inquire about significant sleep-related experiences for each decade. For example, for the first decade, did you sleep alone for some or all of those years? Was your environment quiet or noisy? Did you feel safe? For the second decade, did you have sleepovers or slumber parties? Did you have your own room? Continue your inquiry until you reach the present day. You can continue exploring your sleep history with the sleeper activity called the PPP model.